I just watched Bloodsport for the first time the other day, and it was so sick I had to sit down and write about it. It stands head and shoulders above the other films in this genre by way of combination of fun characters, exhilarating choreography, impeccable music, and a story that's not paper thin. Bloodsport takes its time to develop the characters and use them appropriately. You think this character is just going to be some throwaway that the protagonist is going to destroy, but then he turns into an ally and great supporter of Frank. Jean-Claude Van Damme's performance is very reserved, so Donald Gibbs' goofy and endearing antics add something to the proceedings and make it more memorable than it would have been otherwise. Due to the nature of giving Ray Jackson a character arc, the drama is able to deliver, and we want to watch Dukes destroy Chong Li. The physical storytelling is executed beyond just characters fighting, and that's something that is so important to an action story. When you have no way to use this writing language beyond characters hitting each other, your story will inevitably get lost in the shuffle if you don't execute with great precision. But when you have those other aspects, it allows the dialogueless scenes to land. The montage is so foundational to Bloodsport's appeal, but the reason it's done so well is not because it's cool, it's because the director, Newt Arnold, understands that you can deliver narrative with nothing other than the character actions.
Too late.
Too late? No such thing as too late.
Finally.
Every single one of these videos I am not making for you, I make them for myself, so that I understand how stories succeed, fail, where they miss, and where they hit. One thing I misunderstood about my own writing was how I thought I could make the story feel interesting by having these varied and unique characters, almost as if each character could be a main character in their own right, but if the story does not support this idea, then there's no reason to have so many characters. If everyone has the spotlight, then, consequently, no one has the spotlight. Bloodsport uses its cast expertly because there's really only 5, Frank, Ray, Janice, Chong Li, and the cops. None of these other characters really matter, so Bloodsport uses them as set dressing instead of giving them any semblance of a storyline. We don't have time for these guys, but we do have time for a tournament. They are kindling for the fire. These other background characters are the backbone of the tournament and keep the action feeling fresh and momentous. Each day of the tournament showcases new sides of their skills, eliminates characters, or switches up their outfits. There is a great progression of elements both in the setting and the characters, and the music is such a large contributor to this. Every time the film enters montage, the music has this chugging, train-like quality that focuses the lens and gets the audience excited to watch the tournament continue. The very beginning of the movie is not spent on the characters, but on the preparations for the kumite. This decision seems superfluous if you're not paying attention, but this manner of attention to detail on the important things is everywhere in this film. We watch the ring be built before the tournament, we watch it be stained with blood during the events, and then we watch it be altered for the final battle between Dukes and Lee. The progression of elements bleeds through everything, and it provides the feeling to the audience that the story is never slowing down or spinning its wheels. The cops chasing after Dukes get closer and closer to him as the kumite progresses, yet another element that provides movement in the story. It is important to note that from a writing perspective that despite that Dukes must atone for his actions in the story, that the kumite has far more narrative potential than him going AWOL does. So when you put yourself in these positions as a writer, it behooves you to find ways to finish what you started. The audience doesn't want to watch Dukes get put in cuffs, they want to watch him slime out Chong Li. The script does such an excellent job at building up an appropriate finale because of the 3-day structure. It turns what should be an open and shut case into a full hour and 30-minute cult classic. This gives the movie a chance to breathe and explore what a tournament actually is. As a guy who really likes martial arts movies, I don't need a break, but to execute a story well, you must stay your hand as a writer and not give in to indulgence, because not everyone is down for a 30-minute fight scene. The 3-day format provides a natural pause in between the action while increasing tension for the climax. Without question, this movie is silly, but that doesn't prevent the film from delivering when it counts. This moment before day 3 is the most poignant conversation about this topic I've seen executed this way in a story before. Countless times there exists the foil character whose only purpose is to oppose the main character getting hurt, but it's executed with such legitimate passion and understandable language that it floods past the screen and gives you goosebumps. The shaky acting that's been present for the rest of the film melts away instantly because Van Damme means that shit.
Sorry.
You're not even trying to understand what this means to us, are you?
What is there to understand about a bunch of guys who have to prove themselves by beating each other's brains out?
Why did you become a reporter?
What does that have to do with it?
Just answer the question.
My father was a reporter. I was a good writer. It seemed like the right thing for me to do.
And you want to be the best reporter you can be. For him and yourself, right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I'm just trying to be the best I can be. Not just for me. For Tanaka and my Shidoshi too.
Great, Frank. That's just great. Go right ahead. I just hope you don't end up like Jackson or worse. But I'm not gonna stand around and watch it.
Another great moment is right here before Frank begins to train for the Kumite. Roy Chiao delivers a pretty great performance as Senzo, reflecting on the Tanaka history and his son's death. You don't come to a martial arts movie for the story, but when it has one, that's why you remember it. The main reason this movie succeeds is because it performs simple writing basics like foreshadowing, callbacks, and setup payoff. It's surprising how many martial arts movies either can't get this right or don't even attempt it, and I like these movies. I've never watched Bloodsport until recently, but it smokes a lot of films in the genre, and I get why it became so beloved in pop culture. It earned the Katana for sure.